All right, so I'll use this 40 gold to buy this shotgun, and I'll pass turn. Go ahead.
I'm going to spend 8 here to buy the Hedron Cannon.
Ooh.
And it'll come directly into play because of my burrower.
Yep.
And I'm going to use it to fight that monster.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm here. Marlon, I do have one question.
Uh-huh.
Why are we building you a deck when you don't have a house?
Wait.
Is that why you have lumber?
You guys aren't dressed to do anything with fucking construction.
Oh my god! I thought I just had the worst dream, guys.
What?
We were having an episode about deck building games.
Hey, Becky.
What?
I think they are.
Hello, Free Rotation Nation. Got Moreland here with you. We had a little technical difficulties recording this episode last time, so we're going to go ahead and try to re-record it again.
Moreland forgot to turn off the we're in his dick setting.
And
how vain of you.
Look, I
fucking broke him.
Damn it.
30 seconds in, I win.
I was going to be like, I don't have any control over that. Angie does, but whatever.
Why does Andrew have control of your dick? Becky, help.
I'm not. No, I'm bye.
Becky, go back to sleep.
Yeah, it is Becky's fault last time because she messed up the warm-up.
Yeah, you did fuck up and throw the intro out into a weird
Whatever.
We're not going to mention that Angie didn't remember to plug in the thing.
Because you fucked up the intro.
But you fucked up the intro and it threw everything off.
Yes, it had nothing to do with plugging in the actual USB audio.
Why do we gotta place blame for something?
Because if we don't place blame on Becky, she won't learn.
That's true, Becky. You have to learn.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn these things, Becky. Anyways, so we're here today again.
I'm gonna kill all your motherfuckers one day.
No, you're not. And you'll live.
Talking about.
She'll be the first one to die.
She'll show you tits and you'll be like, ooh.
Like an owl.
All of a sudden, she's an owl.
I was just an owl tonight.
Becky does enjoy Becky does enjoy some good hooters, especially the ones between Angie's wings.
Well,
that was good. Nothing. Fuck you guys.
No, you're good. How
about we get to the actual intro?
This is the actual intro.
This is it. This is everything.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
sorry.
You're
not. No, she's not.
If you were sorry, you would insist on this continually happening, where you invite me and Moreland into close proximity.
Right?
The contracts were signed already.
Contracts?
You signed a contract?
You told me there would be food occasionally. That's what I signed up for.
She did pay free food tonight, technically.
She did. Well, she did.
Man, that 6-point font really gets you there.
Right? Anyways.
It was fantastic.
We're here to talk about deck building games today. I almost knocked over our quiet fan.
Which would have been the opposite of quiet.
Exactly. We're talking about deck building games today. We have our master of legendary deck building games, Angie.
Hello. We've
got the one that really doesn't give a shit, Becky.
I feel that she shouldn't get second billing because she doesn't care.
But she did.
I get second billing because, even though I don't care, I'm still a highly paid actor in this. I don't care.
We're acting and you're paid? Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
Angie, I'm confused. Where are those contracts again?
I have no idea.
I didn't get a contract to begin with.
Why
does she get money in hers?
Hey, y'all need to read the fine print. Just saying.
Jesus.
Isn't there a law against you screwing us like this?
We got Scoob,
I feel like we got Weinstein. I don't know how I feel about this.
We got Scoob, who brings lumber instead of...
Well, you know me, Moreland. I'm always bringing the wood.
A card game. Mm-hmm. And your host...
Well, bitch, we can build a table and play on it.
We got a table!
We can have another table. Dos tablas. Now
we're
a multilingual podcast.
Moreland, can you explain what a deck building game is, please?
A deck building game.
Okay, I'm going to sleep.
Is a game that Becky is very uninterested in, but...
I am not interested.
That would be what uninterested means.
The concept of a deck building game is everyone starts out with the same basis, the same originating deck of cards, and then you go through and you build your deck by buying, depending on the card game, you buy actions, weapons, and items, or you buy different heroes or different monsters in legendary or in Ascension. Just depending on the deck building game, you just basically you buy what you want to put into your deck, and you make a combo deck that. Yeah, you essentially just make a combo deck.
It's basically the concept of like a normal card game, except you don't come with the deck pre-made. You make it as you play, basically.
Right. You basically make it as you play, and you build it the way you want. You want to build big beefy guys that beat the shit out of things. You buy all the big beefy guys that can beat the shit out of things. You want to buy things to...
Are you picturing Boo farting into the microphone right now?
No, I was picturing something else when Moreland made that joke, and I'm...
Big beefy things?
Beating things.
Yep.
T-ball! I mean,
T-ball? T-ball?
I was going to go T-bag, and ball came out, which means you need more underwear, or better underwear.
Well, Blue clearly understands that
Blue is literally teabagging Becky.
She understands that Becky is not going to be part of this podcast.
Oh, they're sleeping together.
What a perfect scenario.
When the next episode starts.
What was that,
Wake
Becky?
me
I
up
couldn't hear you. There's a cat
when this episode ends.
Becky's got a pussy on her face. She's good.
Anyways.
I let that go.
I can't even get over it right now. She's just...
More than we know you can't get over pussy. We've known you long enough.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Damn. I know you were just going to jump right into admitting it.
Yeah.
Are we a sex podcast now? Because that's what it feels like.
We can be.
Been.
Well, when a cat crawls up into your face and sits on
well,
it,
no, we've been
have to go.
We've been our version of a sex podcast. You know, not that frequent for two people on the side of the room. And usually most people are disinterested in our sex.
This is true.
Like, I know Moreland one day will get laid. I don't give a shit.
Eventually.
I don't get laid anymore because Kayla's pregnant. No one gives a shit.
This is true.
To be fair, you deserve it.
I don't deserve anything that happens to me.
To be fair.
I cause it. I don't mean I deserve it.
Depends.
I like how Andy's trying to rationale it.
Now a counseling podcast, too. What's happening? A sex counseling podcast.
It's because you're so disinterested.
Well, no, what it is we're now a cop philosophical podcast.
Oh my God. Please start talking about deck building games.
So, Angie.
Did you like that one, Angie?
What is one of your favorite deck building games?
I really liked Buffy the Vampire.
The legendary system, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes, so I would just say the legendary games in general.
Yeah, because they all have the same premise, just depending on... has different characters, like the Marvel...
And I really like Ascension as well.
Yeah, like the Marvel ones just has Marvel characters. The Buffy one has Buffy characters. So.
Yeah.
Scoob, what about you?
Like Ascension... that's when I've played more. I've played the Resident Evil one with you quite a bit. I like that one too.
I enjoy all of them. Mainly the Resident Evil one. I bought all the expansions for it. It is an extremely fun one to play.
Are they going to do more expansions when they release more games? You think?
No.
If they still have the rights to it.
I don't think Bandai still has the rights to it. But if they do,
then they just
I really don't think they're going to.
Because it'd be great to add 7.
I think it'd be great to add. Well, they've got 5.
No, they had.
They've got all the way. They got all the way up to 5 because they've got.
6 was terrible.
One of the characters in the first set is Buff Chris, the one that punches rocks.
The one that punches boulders and kills Wesker.
Yes, they've got Buff Chris. So Becky. If you had to pick one that was
when
actually
the boulder was the table.
If you had to pick one that was actually kind of fun to play,
Dungeon Runs in Hearthstone.
That's
about the only kind of deck building game other than like.
Which, for those of you who needed further explanation of how a deck building game works, it's the Dungeon Runs in Hearthstone.
Hearthstone has.
I literally hear people going, "Oh!" right now.
Hearthstone has a mode that's not part of Constructed or Arena, in which if you play each boss, you end up getting a specific card that you could pick from.
After the first boss, the third boss, the fifth boss, and the seventh boss, you get a treasure that you can pick from to upgrade your deck, depending on what you want to do with your deck.
If you play this game type while eating ice cream, is it Ala mode?
Shut up.
And anyway, so
I'm building my pun deck.
As you go, you start out with like 10 cards in your beginning of your deck, and then as you beat a boss, you add a separate set of cards you can pick from. into your deck until you get to the final boss, which is that the mode's a lot of fun. The only thing that pisses me off is I always get Azuri the Devourer and my deck is dead. That's the really...
Aren't you just terrible at those games?
At that point, it just really doesn't depend if
I
you
mean,
get Azuri.
You're not wrong. I actually am not very good with deck building games. That's probably why I hate them. But I just think, I don't know, I just get bored easily with them. It's like the same consistent thing happening over and over and over again.
But you play combos in Magic. How's that different?
Because you got to draw the combos.
Yeah.
And when you're building your deck in a deck building game, you don't always build it. You can't always build it exactly like you want. Like you don't always get, let me go tech with all these Iron Mans, or let me get all these Buffies. You can't always do that.
Or Robin for bets and for Robin for bets.
But I think the only reason why I enjoyed the Hearthstone version is because I play Hearthstone regularly anyway, so it's a good alternative when I'm raging at ranked.
Right.
So it works.
Completely understand.
Angie
is having fun with Blue now that she is off of Becky's face. She is being mean to the kid.
She has put a Christmas hair bow thing on the cat, and the cat was none too pleased, and now the cat will enact her swift and fuzzy vengeance.
Most likely, she'll at some point during the podcast
unplug and start us over.
No, I was actually going to say just come up and claw Angie in the side.
probably.
But she would do that anyway before the fucking.
What about you, Angie? What do you like about your deck building games?
Well, I like the fact that each time you can build a different deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I like when you play against someone who's not familiar with it and you know what to buy and they don't. That's fun.
I feel that's
like,
not a great qualifier, but all right.
Mm-hmm. And you see them make the mistakes. Becky actually used to play deck builders with me, and she was done with it when we played with Moreland. And it was, I think, the Marvel. It was the Marvel
legendary one.
Yeah.
Marvel Legendary.
Yep. And Moreland took a card she wanted, had been building her whole deck towards, and he took it just to be spiteful, and she was done at that point.
I remember that.
I feel like I remember this, and I've blacked it out, but I only see red when I think about it.
And I feel that having not
and it was a Hulk. It was a Hulk card.
Which is a red. There is a red Hulk. So.
And Becky's like, I can't do anything without the Hulk, and Moreland's like, I'm gonna take it.
I needed it.
I would also like.
She needed it. I needed it.
I would like to point out
it was top tier Hulk. So
that having not known any context of the story, everything that was told to me seems 100% like it factually would have happened.
Well, the thing is, it's not just it's not even just that moment. Every time I've ever played a deck building game, by the time I get to the end of it, I'm like, I'm done with this. This is no longer fun for me.
I will say you do need a fair amount of patience to do it because you have to be able to change your plans on the fly.
Let me tell you something. When we were at the cabin and they were playing Buffy, I read a book, I took a nap, I got food, I came back outside, and they were still only halfway done with the game.
We played like 2 or 3 times though.
Yeah, because I jumped in once or twice.
I was about to say, we played.
Oh, good.
We played 3
I'm
games.
glad to think that. I'm glad to know that now because honestly, I just thought you guys were playing the same game
Wait, Becky,
that entire time.
You were reading?
Yeah, I read.
Nerd.
Nerd.
I feel like this is the wrong podcast to call me out on reading.
No, that's just a qualifier to call you a nerd.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like going female.
Yes.
Titties.
I'm confused.
Also.
That would be Scoop too.
Titties?
I'm the breastest.
Yeah, you are.
But Moreland, didn't you just play a new deck building game that I didn't pay attention to anyways either?
Of course you didn't.
What game?
You were too busy dealing with our chat because I wasn't dealing with it at all.
I liked our chat. Our chat is awesome.
Our
Cat
chat, our chat is awesome.
We got some pretty cool people, man. Anyways, he was playing Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire is pretty good. Basic deck building game concept. You start out with 3 mana, depending on what the character you start out with, and depending on the relic you start out with. You start out with 3 mana, and every turn you only have 3 mana. So your cards cost anywhere from 1 to 3, or 0 to 3, depending on some of the cards can cost nothing. You start out with like 4 or 5 strikes, 4 or 5 defends. Basically, gaining armor to take defends, gain you armor to take hits from the next turn. Strikes deal damage, and then a few other dealing damage cards. Every time you fight a monster, you get gold, so you can buy cards from the shop if you happen to run into a shop, and you get your choice of a card.
So loot, basically.
Yeah, and you don't have to take any of them. You can take one, or you don't have to take any of them, depending on how you're wanting to build your deck. You also get a chance. You also have a chance to get potions, which potions can be basic. They can be used during a monster fight. Just go ahead, activate it, free. Doesn't cost any mana.
It kind of reminds me like of a dungeon, like a D&D dungeon run, not like a dungeon run from Hearthstone.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's like anything. It's like a kill the monster, get the loot. Kill the monster, get the loot.
Well, that's really what the D&D game, tabletop games are deck builders. When you think about it, you're picking up loot, which is a card to add to your dungeon deck.
Yeah, because most of the time you're playing a hero. You're playing the dwarf.
Yeah.
You're playing
So Slay the Spire just kind of took that idea
and digitized it.
and digitalized.
Yep,
Yeah,
Digitized is
the correct word.
Yeah, you got the warrior who's more offensive based, and then you have an assassin who's got a few little tricks you can do, and he does he likes to add a lot of extra mana to himself whenever he plays different cards. One of my favorite cards is the Flying Knee.
Yes.
It does. It did
okay, Kenny Omega and
did-
Matt Riddle and
Moreland cannot stay away from the regrets.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
died several times because of a regret.
Yes, there's a card. It's called Regret. How many ever cards you have in your hand at the end of your turn, if Regret is in your hand, you lose that much life.
ugh.
So, and it bypasses armor. So if you get
It's life loss, not damage.
right. So, a lot of the Assassin's cards like to be able to have you discard a card from your hand for an additional effect. So sometimes I like taking the Regret because if I get enough cards to where I have to discard a card from my hand, I can
You
play.
can ditch the regret.
Yeah, I can ditch the Regret and don't have to worry about it. Also, if you visit a shop, you can remove the Regret from your deck.
So what you are telling me is you run away from your problems.
Yes. Yes, very, very much.
Well, that's interesting. Did your mother not hold you as a child?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember.
Are you
that
German
far.
or Russian?
Yes. The term is European, Becky.
Jeez.
Scoob, you know there's more than 2 countries in Europe.
Scoob European.
You don't know that I'm not.
Why is it wet over here?
I'm wearing Depends. I'm an adult.
Oh,
That
God.
pees in front of his friends.
Well,
Look, this is the least creepy thing you've heard about me pretending to do.
This is the least creepy thing you've heard today.
Or actually done. Fair enough.
Well, what I've noticed about deck building games, the ones at least you guys have played, is other than Ascension, is that the one you play on your phone, Angie?
Yes.
There always is like an opposing villain from the deck itself, like a third, like if you were calling it an AI for
Like
a
a
game.
boss character. Yeah.
The boss mechanic in Legendary. You've got the regular boss, but then you also have the regular little minions that run around that get flipped over every turn.
Right, and then I see that that's generally like the in-game importance to it, but you either are dealing with having to fight with other players or you're having to co-op with other players.
Most of the time,
The second of which is not good for this group.
if
If I'm involved.
you're involved, yes. But if it say me, like when me, Angie, Dan, and Aiden were playing Buffy, we all played well together. Angie was building her deck a certain way. I was building my deck a certain way. Dan was building his deck a certain way. And, we discussed with everybody, discussed all our moves. Hey, if I take this card, is that going to be okay? Yeah, I don't need that card. Yeah, that's fine. You can take that.
Maybe that... Becky, you ever think... New tongue just had it installed. Maybe that's why you don't care for them, because a lot of it's more of a co-op aspect than...
No, I play co-op games. I play Shadows over Camelot. I've played a lot of co-op with Trader games. We talked about them last episode. But I don't know. There's something about them that I just don't find interesting. Like, I think it's probably because I don't like... I don't know. I don't really know what it is. Every time I play them, I always think I'm going to give it another chance. And then when I play it, I'm like, I'm never giving it another chance ever again.
I think you would have liked that Buffy game.
I think you would have too. It's more relatable characters. It's characters you know more about.
Or the Cat Lady game, where you're building a deck full of cats and pretty outfits to give them.
We have to play that.
Yeah.
I also think
I will agree.
I also think that certain games have a more in-depth skill level, like skill to it. Like,
when
Ascension, you're just like, okay, let me build the tribe, and this tribe interacts like this, and this, that, and the other.
And that's kind of the way it is with Legendary. You know, let me pick the heroes I want to get,
DC
and build it like that.
DC and Resident Evil focus more on, especially Resident Evil, on killing monsters. To me,
the mechanic of Resident Evil is a little bit different because you have your card pool out in front of you. Everybody's got the card pool out in front of them, so they can buy whatever they want at whatever time. You don't.
But aren't you versus a player versus co-oping with a player?
No, you have that option.
Okay.
Everybody is versus the mansion deck.
Okay.
If you happen to be the only one left alive when you're playing the game, that is a very, very well possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go through the mansion or someone kills you, you skip your next turn to revive and you come back with negative 20 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Some characters only have, like Chris Redfield has 120 HP. He can die 6 times before he's completely dead.
Mm-hmm.
Claire has only 70 HP.
Okay.
So she can die fewer times. The upside, each card has their upsides and downsides because they have specific abilities that they can do when they get certain amount of metals.
I gotcha. Okay.
Chris can't attach any of the yellow herbs that are in the mansion deck, so his HP can't go above 120. Claire can, so her HP can go up to a max of 100.
Okay. That makes sense. But I don't know. I just feel like with Lord of the Rings, it was more versus in it too. It wasn't really a co-op when we played Lord of the Rings.
No, it's totally a co-op. But you are trying to get the most points in your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's co-op to beat the monster deck,
yeah, but then there's the option to count points at the end.
Have we ever lost in one of these? I don't know. Have we?
Oh yeah. We didn't we lost one of the games we played at Buffy.
Yeah.
Because 10 of the villains escaped or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
And
we used to lose in the DC a lot. Those are very hard.
It is difficult to lose in Resident Evil 1 just because it literally is everyone versus the mansion deck, but you are kind of facing everyone else because it is more you want to get the most medals. It's not, hey, we're going to go through the mansion deck and
in Slay the Spire, Moreland's deck would be fantastic, and then just
crap out on me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Or just not be enough to beat whatever you were up against.
Yeah.
That large whale. Oh, wait, the whale was the one that gave you the quest.
The spinning wheel that gave you all the green fireballs to the face.
Oh.
Like that.
That thing sucked.
Yeah.
Just some of the monsters that you had to fight in Slay the Spire is just, they're ridiculous. Mainly the one of the first tier bosses. What?
Did you guys hear that?
It's Boo.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she's in the box over here.
Dear listeners, it's just Boo scratching a box. It's fine.
She's telling herself that more than us.
No, literally, it is where she lives now. She is now laying in the box.
Okay.
She is Box Kim.
Because remember, in The Exorcist, they heard it in the walls and weird shit like that. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know,
are you prepping for horror games?
Yes.
No, I just live my life in a perpetual state of expecting horror.
She really does.
She really does.
Can we just derail and talk about that for a minute too? Like, Angie's never not afraid.
Yes.
What's with the Hulk line in Avengers? I'm always angry. Angie's always a moment from petrified.
Yes. I'm prepared.
All you got to do is go look.
Angie's prepared for the fetal position or fleeing at any point.
All you got to do is Angie, look, it's a chupacabra.
Done.
That is true.
Or a frog. Or me naked.
No, that scares Becky.
What if we came up with a deck building game in which you had to face your fears?
Angie would lose every time.
I would. It would show a frog and I'd be done.
Angie would be like you with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deck building game. Just refuse to play it.
It's not even a deck building game. It's a board game.
I would just have a deck of penises for Becky.
Exactly.
How can Becky be afraid of what she is?
A dick?
That a boy.
Oh, you got... That's the joke.jpg.
Yay. We got there.
I was looking at Angie and expecting her to laugh because I knew she was going to get it faster.
Becky would have killed me. I pretended to not hear you.
But that means she did hear it.
I told you I live my life in a perpetual state of expecting horror.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is called an example.
Look.
Becky can't kill you.
Becky.
Yes, she can.
She won't because then
Becky,
She
wipe
has
the serial
detailed to
killer
me
look
before
off your
how
face.
she would kill me.
Please.
Huh?
Wipe the serial killer look off your
Oh,
face.
sorry.
no, she won't. You know why?
Why?
Because then she has to stop all the cats, and she's
Wait,
not.
wait.
Fucking, I tried to. I'm over here. Sneeze. Fuck.
Scoob doesn't have a peripheral.
I'm also looking directly at Angie with my head fully.
And I did this number.
What is happening?
I almost died.
The only reason I saw it was because you fucking bitch slapped the cord. I was looking directly at Angie
I'm gonna bitch slap you in a minute.
with a cord.
Yes.
Oh, baby. Anyways,
I'm gonna bitch slap you with a bitch.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Gravy, everybody.
I still say we should parody that. And it's like you like pretending to go into the room or whatever. And then it's just
It's just me and Moreland in Speedos eating, dripping gravy on ourselves.
No.
No, it's just a room full of gravy boats.
That's what I was about to say. Like it's like that meme of it's like you're about to go into the room. Are you ready? Prepared? Okay. And like Moreland's wearing like a long wig. Like
No, it's got
Anastasia
to
Gray.
be.
Scoob's wearing the long wig.
It's got to be me and
It's gotta
Moreland.
be Scoob in the wig.
Yeah. And
No,
you
it's-
open
no,
the
it's
door
gotta-
and it's just gravy boats.
No, it's got to be me and Moreland surrounded in foods that you can all, in theory, dip in gravy, and there's different kinds of gravy.
And you're just looking around
So
so,
all the
like
food?
ecstatically, like
There's like
So all
poutine, chicken fried chicken.
So all food.
yeah, there's
can
white
dip all
gravy,
food
there's
in
red eye
gravy.
gravy, there's cheese, which is just cow gravy. There's
Right?
this is happening.
It's not wrong.
This is happening after we do our Magic the Gathering video.
Oh, I thought she was saying this is happening. Like she's gonna Twitch stream just you and me.
No,
like,
that's
broing
against
out
terms
with
of service.
That's a lot of gravy boats.
Dip me like you do.
Dip, dip, dip.
me like you.
Like you do.
It's
Oh, look, fresh au jus. Like
Scoob. It's a parody music video.
Oh my god. What are you waiting for?
Becky and I'll do the lyrics.
Can I help? I'm a natural bard. Wait a minute. we've
Oh,
discussed
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Of course.
Oh
Let's
my
do it.
god. Okay,
I
so
might
our
write
next
that shit
video
tonight.
is gonna be 50
I'll
Shades of
choreograph it.
Gravy.
Moreland.
This is happening.
No, Moreland. I need you to wear like a dress. No. Hold on.
I'm not wearing
No,
a dress.
hold on. I need you to wear the dress and we will dance together. Like flesh dance. And I know what I said. Because there's no flashing going on here. It's going to be all on display. Much to people's dismay.
We're gonna get demonetized before we're even monetized on YouTube.
We're actually going to be in a YouTube debt. Is what
We
we're reviewing.
owe YouTube money.
Yeah, it's like
You
please.
owe us money. Why?
They're going to
Because you posted
retroactively.
that.
They're going to retroactively take down every video we've never posted.
The next 4 you can't put. Why?
You know, someone would pay to see that music video, right?
I would.
Of course.
We're doing it.
Oh yeah.
It's happening.
That's a subscriber tier
That is a lot of gravy boats.
or Patreon tier.
Oh, we would have to have more than one Patreon. So we have more subscribers on Twitch than we do Patreon. So it's cool.
That's why you promise them if we get a certain number of Patreon
I'm just more
subscribers.
interested
Hold
in
on.
putting it on YouTube.
That's right, listeners. You can now subscribe to us on Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're
Yes, you
affiliated, and I did it by making Weeba McIntyre. I still feel guilty about that.
Mac Inspire.
McInspire, I'm sorry.
Mac
It
and
wasn't
Slay the
just
Spire.
you. It was a joint effort from everyone.
No one had any joints.
This
I
is
did.
a drug-free
You
home.
see what happens when you go off topic, Moreland?
I wasn't here.
That's a
so-
different podcast.
The off-topic podcast.
Yeah, I love the Off Topic podcast.
Okay.
Anyways,
Shout out to Achievement Hunter. Please follow us.
back to deck building games.
Building games.
Becky,
Okay.
Yes.
why don't you like deck building games? Oh wait, we already discovered
discussed
Because she's a
that.
communist.
because she's a communist.
Because she doesn't like...
Jeez.
Becky, why don't you like
Oh, you
deck...
called her a communist. I thought you called her a cunt.
I thought you said cunt too.
No, we called her a communist.
I like how you Mandela affected being called a cunt. That's how much it's happened to you in your
I
life.
thought I heard that.
They call me that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
we-
never called you.
By
a
the way,
cunt.
for those of you who
Scoob
are...
has.
Oh, absolutely. To her face.
Yeah.
To which she
I
goes,
haven't.
the cunt. What do you want? Moreland, just look Becky and say it.
That's
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Taco cat.
Okay.
You motherfucker. Do you know how much happier you'll feel?
I bought you food today.
Ooh.
She did buy
You
food.
argue with me every other day.
Yeah, but
You call me princess every other day.
You are a princess.
You are
No,
a
what did
pretty
you call him?
princess.
Mrs. Titty Bits?
I call them titty biscuits.
Well, providing me with no biscuits, and I have the titties.
In our next music video.
50 Shades of Gravy.
Scoob's come back and said, you never provide biscuits. Some
Actually,
bullshit.
yes, I do.
When was the-
My family owns a biscuit restaurant.
and I've had biscuits from there one time, and you have yet to offer me biscuits again.
He's got a point. He asked
And
him
he
all the
had to
time.
buy those biscuits himself.
And he's asked you to bring him biscuits.
And my car smelled great that day.
because that's when we first went to Renfest.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we met at the restaurant and then went to Renfest, and I got fresh hot biscuits. And on the ride home, Moreland was like, "My car smells like biscuits. This is great."
This is our next music video, by the way.
smelled
Gravy
fantastic.
and biscuits.
Yeah.
I'll have real titty
50.
biscuits. That they're going to be pasties with real gravy. I'll have to shave
We
and shower.
need to get a production staff for this.
We
a
have
production
one.
staff. It's called us.
It's literally.
We are the production
And
staff.
Dan. Tell
And
Dan.
Dan.
Tell Dan we're like, hey, we're going to...
I'm not eating spicy food gravy.
We're gonna
No, we
scar
never
that
said that.
poor man for life.
No.
He's
Why do you
seen my
think
dick. I think
Why
he's
do you-
okay.
Why do you think
You're
Dan
right.
doesn't really hang out with us anymore? Because when he does, he's traumatized for the next 6 months.
To be fair,
No,
Dan.
Dan has already said he's gonna go to Korean barbecue with us because I want to take us all to Korean barbecue and then go to karaoke.
Both of which are his favorite terrains as a Korean man.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
So he's like our
I'm just not
Sherpa.
gonna sing.
So he's
'cause I'm
stuck.
terrible.
Oh, bitch, you're singing.
I'm not singing.
The
It-
last
it-
time.
I'll sing with you,
Exactly.
Are we
Marlon.
going to the same place we went last time? Mm-hmm. No, you owe me.
Nope.
No, because the last time we did it,
I
I made up a song which got 100%. By the way, this is canon
Mm-hmm.
about buying you foil allies at
Oh yeah,
Super Game.
you
Remember?
did.
Yeah, because I had nothing for fucking some Aussie song for some reason, and I was like,
we were singing "Bye Bye Bye."
no, that was later. And Jake chickened out because you just stood in the corner like fucking Blair Witch. I'm not doing it, bitch.
I did
Woohoo!
it, and I
I don't
had a
sing in
fever
front
of
of people.
103 degrees.
I've got a fever of 103.
I cannot remember that night. I'll be honest with you.
I blocked
Demonetization
No,
if
no,
we
you can
don't
ask
stop
Andy, like-
right now.
I seriously don't. I seriously don't remember most of that night because I was so fevered.
To
By
be
the time
fair-
we got back, I was so sick. I think I was about
to
to
be
die.
fair, I was
You-
sexually gyrating to the Backstreet Boys.
I don't remember this.
You
That-
know
that-
why I blocked that out. There were two people there that I didn't
Oh,
care to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah,
I blocked that out for two
Oh,
different
you mean
reasons.
person A and person B?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You mean
Yeah.
literally what he just said? Two people?
I was trying to fuck with Angie and make her go, "Oh God, he's gonna say it," and I didn't even look at her to do it.
Like
I
I didn't.
almost said it.
I didn't.
Oh God.
I didn't mind Drew. I just didn't care for the other two.
Oh yeah, Drew did come because he sang Nickelback, which explains a lot about Drew.
Oh my god,
sang
but he sang
Metallica.
Metallica like
No,
nobody's
he-
business.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
But
Every time he does it at any sort of karaoke we
Yeah,
go
I
to.
had him come to Fat Boys and do it, and everybody's just like, "Wow, it's good."
yeah, it was good.
You know, James Hetfield's a nice voice. If you can emulate James Hetfield, you can sing any song.
I like how Scoop's trying not to give Drew credit.
I literally gave him credit before I said that. I said yes, he sings very well, and then poo pooed on him a little bit, and it wasn't even a little bit.
Scat man.
I was actually
I'm a scat man.
Okay, so this is
Deck building.
building the evil architect.
/ other things.
This is what it was last time because deck building we can only explain so much, and then
This is
ADD.
true. This is true.
Well, there is a lot to talk about. The fact that with deck building, you can solo play.
Yeah. Depending on the game.
Deck builders are like sex. You can play by yourself, or you can play with one person, or multiple people.
Exactly.
You can orgy that shit up.
You can.
Why did you think of that when we first recorded this? Did you just have this much time for it to come to you?
Like I said,
She-
last time I had just had
She
a
wasn't
slight
fully plugged in.
mouth.
No, she literally had a mini stroke.
Oh,
I did. I actually legit had.
She
a stroke.
wasn't joking when she said she had a mini stroke. She had a mini stroke.
to be fair, it's Angie.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
her verbosity is very nice.
I
However,
was making a joke that she didn't plug in the thing.
Yeah.
no, that caused Becky a mini stroke.
That did give me a mini.
Angie
I told her.
actually had one,
Yeah, it was really bad week.
which is
because
different than the mini stroke you
I
have
couldn't
more.
write. Like I would write gibberish when people would talk. My mind would jumble their words up.
Oh,
It was
wow.
weird.
I thought that just did it anyway because your brain is the way it is.
Yeah, well, I'm just crazy. First of all,
I wasn't. I didn't
No.
say that.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I
And
don't
my
have-
doctor was like, "You should go to the ER right now." I'm like, "Becky, let's go to dinner."
Oh yeah.
but what those are, and you know what, chat and listeners,
No, you're
let's
good.
just
They're the
take-
same people.
Let's just take a moment to talk about your health. You have to watch your salt intake.
Big time.
If you have a stressful job, you have to manage your stress. Have a good work-life balance. These are things I didn't do. So I had a slight issue that has led me to think, oh, you know what? I better eat more vegetables and fruit.
Yeah, it's called a stroke.
Yeah, control my stress. But it could have been worse. It could have been the big one.
Yeah.
It's just the one that started with an I.
But you're
that-
feeling a lot better now. Though.
I'm feeling a lot better.
Good.
And so
And you have new
I got cat ears.
You have kitty ear headphones.
Moreland for my birthday which was yesterday, got me.
Happy birthday, Angie.
Thanks, Scoob.
Happy birthday, AJ.
By the way,
you,
we're lucky
guys.
she's not wearing those fucking headphones right now
I
instead of the
couldn't.
podcast headphones.
I had to wear these. But Moreland got me cat ear headphones that are Bluetooth, and I can have their speakers, and they move in time to the beat.
Okay, I meant to ask,
they
like,
light up.
so you can actually subject us to anime music in cat ears.
Scoob.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, why didn't we have these ears last week when Scoob was playing D and to fuck?
Because no one bought them, and I would have stretched them out of my fat head.
That's true.
And then Scoob has given me his copy of Diablo 2 he found,
I have.
which
I
I'm
am.
going to stream and share with everyone.
I was gonna get it tonight.
Tell me when
but-
you play, and I will
Oh, come
get on.
play with me.
Yeah, I'll get on.
Or off.
Man,
Out
are
of
we-
context.
I
this
am
is
amused
real.
by the fact that now, like, you guys will play Diablo together, and then I have to D and to fuck with Scoob.
Mm-hmm. And Becky got me Teresa Caputo tickets,
Yeah.
which she almost communicated with me with the tickets.
I told
Ooh.
Angie, I was like,
Ooh.
man,
Whew.
I was like, I really need you to start eating better because I don't want to have to go to Teresa Caputo to talk to you.
I'd be like, tell Scoob to jiggle his titties more. That's all she said?
I would also like to point out that, like I said at dinner, I don't know which is bigger, her hair or her lies. I can't
I
do
thought you were
it.
talking about me. I'm like, how rude. It's my tits, obviously.
No, I was talking about what's her face Caputo.
Scoob, stop talking about Teresa Caputo that way.
I also got
Teresa,
you a GoPro
nobody actually believes
back
you lie.
pack.
I can find
I'm gonna go
several
for a
YouTube
backpack.
videos where they do.
Scoob.
I've already had this talk with her, Scoob. Just let it happen.
I'm
Becky,
Wait,
you know
wait,
what this
wait, wait,
means.
wait.
Wait.
Hold
Becky,
that.
okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna take Becky's spot and take a nap now.
Oh.
Becky, you know what this means. We're on the same side against Angie.
Aw.
You know what else that means?
What?
Neither of you win.
She's not wrong.
You cannot change my mind about Teresa Caputo.
Oh, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just telling you what my opinion is.
I just told her to be prepared to be disappointed if she doesn't point at you and say the
I don't care if
the
she
demonic
points at me.
unless or she says there's a demonic entity around you, then you definitely wish
and
you
then
hadn't
I'd be
gone.
like, I knew it. No, I'd be like, I knew it. It's under the bed.
That wouldn't be Angie's reaction.
Is that where you
when
keep
she
the
got
Ouija board?
when she got in the fucking car, she'd be like, Becky, oh my God, cleanse the house, sage, burn it to the ground.
Well, yeah, after the fact. But then I would be like, I knew it. I did have a psychic once tell me that there was an evil energy around me, and it was a curse from this and that and the other.
And
From
now you,
generation.
And then she was like, for $40 more, you can have this token, and for $250, I'll get rid of it for you.
250?
No.
Did she actually say 50?
Probably because she had no teeth.
That'd be like
and one eye.
that'd be like 250.
Oh, did she really just have one eye?
She's like this. $250, I shall give you away of your
That looks like the cat from Liza Schlesinger.
I would also like to point out that I want Becky to look like that when she's old. I need
No! I need to go to the dentist.
Becky, that looks like the end of Maeve's life right there.
Right?
No, every time she levels up, she gets hotter.
You never established that.
No,
Yeah,
she
yes,
did.
she did.
I did.
Where
Yeah.
was I? Oh.
I
Just a
said
little
when
bit.
I
Okay,
okay,
so
my hair
so
looks
she
really
gains a few
nice.
degrees in body
So
temperature.
she
Who gives a
leveled
shit?
last time her eye went whoop.
So I actually don't have lazy guys anymore.
Wait,
No,
so
you
does,
still do.
wait, so does that
Me
mean,
slightly,
so does that mean her
slightly.
corrective glasses actually make her like inward crossword? Yeah, think about that. If they correct your vision, it's fucked up.
I wish we went back to deck building games so I didn't have to talk anymore.
We wish you just wouldn't talk anymore.
What?
Wake up, Mitch.
Ouch.
Next time you play D and fuck, you just wait.
How do you play something
he
that's a
doesn't-
build series?
When I say you play the actual character.
Fair.
Okay.
I would also like to point out I'm building a character you suggested.
I'm okay
Angie,
with it.
Angie, can you mute their mic so they can have their conversation and we can talk about deck
Oh,
building
yeah.
games? Okay. That's good.
That's like when you play Barbies and you pretend. Like,
Right?
Wow, they are really going at it.
Jesus. Well, hey,
Oh.
hey, Becky, put the chair down. It's fine.
Why is Scoop's penis out?
God.
Oh.
Why did you have to point it out?
Oh.
All right, look,
Why is
just,
Becky's bigger?
Oh, Jesus. She bought it from the store. It
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
You can unmute them. That's fine.
Okay.
At least they'll...
And then I found out my social security number. Oh, never mind.
And then I found out that Becky's so scared of me.
Which, speaking of social security numbers.
Wait.
When
Cut that
Becky-
back. I have a better joke.
Okay.
Do the social security.
And then
No,
I
wait.
found out.
Let me kick in like I'm
Okay.
telling a really embarrassing story,
Okay.
and then we notice I'm unmuted.
Okay, go.
And that's how I found out you shouldn't slam your dick in a toilet.
Wow, that sounds really painful.
It was.
How did he
Is
even
that
get
why-
Wait a minute. Wait, Becky, I can hear you in my...
I can hear you too.
Should I mute them?
I don't know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know anymore.
Becky. What? I think I made a boo-boo.
Maybe she'll cut it.
I think the poo-poo's on your penis if you slammed it in a toilet.
I agree.
I wasn't ready and I don't know why.
You made the joke. That's the bad part.
I wasn't ready for Angie to like piggyback on my penis joke.
Ew.
I said joke.
I think I'm pregnant.
Angie, how do you feel about riding on his penis joke?
I think I'm pregnant at this point.
Well, I do have a track record.
Yeah. Oh, and when you and Becky were streaming on Twitch, the D&D fuck, and I put a note through the door that said send nudes, we didn't actually need nudes, people. Yeah, there's no need to email nudes.
Well, then don't ask me. Wait, someone actually emailed you nudes?
Yeah, a couple of people did.
Yeah.
Were they good nudes?
One was.
Yeah.
Was it a man or a woman?
Both
Yes.
is all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them was all.
Yes.
I remember you. I didn't know what the note said.
I had
because
no
we
No,
never.
I turned in 2 notes.
Okay.
first
I
one
know, we
said
turned
send
around and
nudes.
had no idea, chi-chi, ha-ha.
Yeah, because it's right here in front of me.
I know, I turned
Wait.
around and I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, there actually is one that says send nudes because here's the fucking paper.
You could literally put Clint Eastwood on your door when we stream next time.
I think I will.
No, buy a suction cup dildo and just put it in the background. Tell people-
That's how we get banned. Or,
That's
you,
what- you
or
tell
call it a guitar and say it's under your bed.
I'm going to laugh so I don't look like I don't understand. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. There was a really cute Asian streamer. What's her name?
Foosley.
Foosley. She's roommates with Janet.
Yeah.
Right. And she was she
So
does like arts
platonic
and crafts.
friend.
She does like arts and crafts stuff. And she was talking to her chat and they're like, "What's that under your bed?" It's obviously a Hitachi vibrator. She goes, "It's a guitar." And her face is like, "Oh shit." And then she's like,
She's kind of.
Hitachi vibrators don't count because don't they look like giant fucking like
drumstick.
yeah, they
And
look
she
like
had
giant
said
insert
it was like
mixers
an electric drumstick
or
or
a
something.
personal massager, but
Yeah,
not
maybe
technically
not
Hitachi.
It was definitely not a
But she's like-
guitar.
a guitar.
You realize that people actually masturbated with that shit? That shit looks completely terrible.
Yeah, I want one just to see what it's like.
Why?
Prepare, Becky.
I was about to say. Hitachi.
I hope you're cutting this part out.
Not at all.
No,
This is the outro.
all
Actually,
you got to do is just look at.
you said you were going to say watch. I didn't know where you were going.
All you got to do is watch some porn, and a lot
They
of,
have Hitachis.
A lot of them are Hitachi ones. Basically, it's
A lot of cam girls have Hitachis.
It sounds like that, but
it's a clit stimulator.
yeah, I get that.
it's
But
a
you can
one.
get shit that doesn't look like it's a fucking insert mixer that you can also make mashed potatoes with.
I think because it's more powerful, but it spreads out more, so it doesn't like
Right.
jam your clit and
Right. It's
because you can
it's-
desensitize it if you
Yeah,
hit
no,
it too hard.
It's not a point here like this.
I know how the
Just on-
clitoris works, sir.
That's what I'm saying. It's not putting pressure just
Can
here.
you quit poking me in the arm, please? Thank you.
No,
He's
it's doing
stimulating-
this.
No, I get that. But we live in an era in which I can check and gamble and go on the dark web on my cell phone. Probably not a good idea, go on the dark web on your cell
So you're
phone.
going to play Welcome to the Game?
Yeah. No.
He just said yeah.
He did. He did say yes. She's gonna cut the no.
Sorry, Scoob.
I know she is. I'm still not going to do it. It took me forever long to come over to her house and stream anything. And I had to get my arm twisted and all that.
This is true.
Hey, but you had fun.
Yeah, because we reached fucking... I keep wanting to say verified like it's Twitter.
We got affiliated, but you still had fun before
By
that.
the way, has Marco had a chance to try the build yet?
I don't know. I haven't had much time to talk to him.
I need to find out. Because this is... Oh, and I found
Marco, have you tried the build?
the Weeba build. Because if it gets to the point where people can actually test out the builds, now I'm going to have to try and make them, like, usable.
Yeah.
That was
Your
usable.
actually it was usable.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it to be, and that's what made me sad.
Well, Scoop, sometimes you accidentally fall into being a normal human being.
Stop it. With your lies and your propaganda. Fake news.
And as a normal
normal?
human being, he sometimes plays deck builders.
She's going to take out this whole last 45 minutes and just wedge that in.
It's just
So-
a 10-minute thing.
So, let's get back on the deck builders just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is the topic of the episode. We've chased rabbits, to Texas and back. So
Why Texas?
it was the first state that popped into my
I like
head.
Texas. Texas good. That means a jackrabbit.
Just like you're a jackass.
Yes.
And this is how you get derailed.
Exactly. This is how we
Choo
chase.
choo boom.
This is how we chase
At
rabbits.
least we didn't get jackhammered
No, that's tomorrow.
with Jack and Coke.
Not going to work.
Eh.
And I don't have any more cocaine. What?
Please don't say stuff like that. I get it. Twitch has to be PG-13. You have to let it out here because it's the free internet. But damn.
Right?
I also don't...
Illegal drugs.
Bitch, I'd be the fattest crackhead you've ever seen in your motherfucking life. I am 400
Fat
pounds.
crackheads.
I am 400. Yeah, because they get high and then they do the meth to take off the edge, I'm sure, and they eat all the things.
Okay, never mind. I know you don't do drugs because you just said all of that.
Right?
Wouldn't that be more of a vindication of that?
You don't take meth to come down from cocaine.
No. No. You don't at all. No.
I broke this badly.
Deck building games.
Like you when you smoke weed, you smoke a cigarette out. You smoke a cigarette while you're coming down because
I smoked weed one time. It made me
because
sleepy and tired. It's the same thing I already am.
Anyways,
sleepy and tired, sleepy and hungry.
Anyways, deck building games.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What do we want to say about deck building games now? I forgot. Becky, help us.
Don't ask me.
I would also like to point out that the entire thing that she's about to cut was also Becky's disinterest in form.
Oh, I'm not cutting it.
This entire thing.
No.
So
the uncircumcised version of the free-rotation.
That's the name of it. That's the name of this episode, the uncircumcised version.
Deck building games, the uncircumcised version.
No, we should have that's what we should do for like Patreons and actual subscribers. We should have uncircumcised versions of where you don't even edit anything except the stuff you really need to edit, and then they just have that.
Yeah.
For some reason, if they want to hear us talk more in the shit, because there's people wonder what we do cut and what we don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
Like
that.
me.
Yeah, we would cut you.
That's fine.
You want to be cut?
Just a tip.
I don't have a knife.
Quacker Jack. I missed a Jack. Quacker Jack.
Yep.
Okay. But about deck builders.
Okay, so you like the legendary deck building games. What draws you to them more than, say, the DC deck building games?
I like the way the monsters move. As opposed to having the monster deck, like in Lord of the Rings and, that style, I like having the way the monsters move across the board and having the monster deck interact every turn.
Right. You got the city zone where the monsters will come out. And no matter what, a monster's going to come out every turn.
That's right. And it could do something horrific. Although in Lord of the Rings, I did like when you beat the monster, it activated. Yeah. And sometimes it was really bad.
I was about to say, in Legendary, sometimes they have activated abilities.
That's right. Oh, yeah,
sometimes
as you attack them.
Yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Just depending on which.
And isn't it Legendary that they attack back? Sometimes they have an attack back.
Some do, I think.
Some of them have the ability to give you wounds. Or make you KO a card. Those are their...
Yeah.
Those are their abilities.
Those are their...
Becky's the sound of your people.
But in...
Murlocs?
Yeah, that's actually... I was going with I was actually going for Murlocs. That was actually where I was going.
But like in Resident Evil, one of my favorite ones is Resident Evil, is you have the mansion deck. And you go exploring through the mansion deck. Those monsters do fight back. You don't kill those monsters. You get hit by their attack points. You've only got so much HP before you die. And if you die...
Yeah, the horror deck builders seem a lot different than just your average deck builders. Yeah.
So, what about you, Scoob?
I'm really the only two I've ever played, or the three I've ever played, are Resident Evil, Ascension, and the DC one.
You mean Legendary?
No, I played the DC one.
You played Buffy.
No, I played the DC one too. It's not with you.
I understand that.
But you played Legendary because you played Buffy.
You said 3.
I don't count. I don't count one game as playing.
You played 4.
You still played it.
Fair. I was actually of the 4 I've played. Then I like the DC one because I lean a little more toward the DC stuff. Plus, it was really funny to just combo shit the way I did.
Right.
Ascension, I kind of like how. I like the fact that it's designed by Brian Kibler, or he's assisted with the design as a Magic player. Yeah. Because you could kind of get this weird interaction where you have like druids and then machines, and then you're like, ooh.
Yeah, the Lifebound heroes are really good, but they're not anywhere near the points of the constructs. Right. I can't think what they're called now, but
I haven't played enough Ascension to...
The mechs? They're mechs?
Yeah.
I think they're called the mechs, or the mecha, if memory serves.
And they even decrease their cost, so you can get
they do.
constructs that can take off 2.
Ooh.
2 of the buy power, and sometimes I've just bought like Hedron Cannon just outright for free.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they have the all sorts of constructs you can get, like the extra turn, the draw cards.
What about you, Becky?
Yes.
Oh wait,
She likes
Never mind.
War.
Yeah, War, the OG deck building game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think Becky's favorite deck building game is when you don't have any tools, you can't hire anybody, and you actually have to put a 3-tier pool deck together.
You
with
really are
untreated
going to
lumber.
ride that joke till the end of this episode, aren't
You ever seen Dr. Strangelove? He just rides the bomb down? That's me with this joke.
I got you.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm confused,
Yeah,
but okay.
but he's messing with his lumber nails, so it must have something to do with that.
Quit playing with your wood.
Stop nailing stuff.
Hey, your
I like-
sex talk did come back to make sense. Deck building.
Shins? That's what you were going to say.
Shins. All the shins.
Shin.
Well, I
Have 2 shins.
yeah, I do. I have 2 shins, but I
You're not
just
Cotton
wanted
Hill.
Becky's favorite League character.
There's a character called Shins?
The-
Shin.
Shin.
Oh, is that the sniper guy with a bullet I
No,
played
that's
one time? in
Jin.
ARAM?
That's Jin.
Oh, I don't know.
Shin has pretty much a baseball bat that he carries around, or it's a katana.
So he's
It
Negan.
It negates
Physical
normal
attacks. Yeah.
normal attacks,
Yeah.
and then
I hate
but when you
him.
use your special skills, those still hit.
hmm
And that's just
He's really good. He's a really good tank, really good damage reducer. Because a lot of people die to auto attacks.
Yep.
So you can. So a lot of skills are used to increase like your stack, so your auto goes off and does massive crit damage. Not Shin. If you're a good Shin player, you can get in there and activate.
Yep.
You have to be a good Shin player. I get it. I know why you looked at me. I get it.
Are you a bad Shin player?
I'm the worst Shin player ever.
No, you're not. I've never even played Shin.
So he's technically the worst
Well,
ever.
he doesn't know if he's good at it. He could end
No.
up being really good at him.
No.
The
I'd be
fact
terrible.
of anything I find Moreland to be a prodigy in is like a
He plays
0.0.
Yasuo really well.
No, I played terrible Yasuo.
Morlin, what's my worst character?
Tristana.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't think of her name for a second.
Yeah.
She cannot play
0-19-3.
To be fair, I only have the one guy I play. So
I played Scion the other week, and I was like, oh, man.
why?
Yuck.
I like Sion.
I suck at playing Scion.
Well, you know what? Going back to deck builders, this has got me thinking about electronic games. There's games on your phone like Summoner's War,
Oh, I love.
I know
And,
Ascension's
Clash
on
of-
there now.
Kings.
Clash of Clans.
There's so many Clash of games
Well,
that are basically
it's Clash Royale. Is
Clash Royale, that's
one,
it.
That's the one with the
Yeah.
cards.
actually, just
And then
throwing
there's
up-
Magic Puzzle Quest.
Yep.
That's a deck
Clash
builder.
of Clash Royale. I think there is if you watch Up Up Down Down,
Uh-huh.
Cesaro actually plays that game, and he does a lot of videos with Xavier Woods about him playing Clash Royale.
I love Clash Royale because you have to time when you play your cards. You can play them at any time, but you have to time it well because
Right.
they each do something like a defensive or. So if the big ogre guy from the other guy is coming at one of your towers, you can do something that would draw it away, or just drop a whole like shit ton of goblins in front of him.
Right. You got to be strategic with how your deck is built,
Strategic.
and the mana cost of the things that you take to bring out. It's pretty much like every other deck building game.
Yeah. Are you going to use your fireball on a tower or a splash damage in a group of monsters?
Right.
Aw.
There's Blue again.
Sitting on my shoulder.
Well, she's a good kitty.
Till she claws Becky directly in the clavicle.
She didn't mean to.
Angie, didn't you want to create your own deck building game?
Yes, I had what I think was a pretty good idea.
You want to explain it?
Uh-huh.
No, actually, don't explain it because what if you do it and then somebody steals it?
Yes. We can talk about it off
Okay.
podcast.
And
Hey, if anybody helps design games, come help Angie.
I do need an artist. That's what stopped me. I have a game designed.
I'm
but
an artist.
I don't know.
Of what? Sandwiches?
The artist formerly known as Titty Biscuit.
He doesn't.
I'm not formerly known. I'm currently known.
He doesn't work for Subway. Speaking of Subway, I was about to slap somebody yesterday.
Did you get pulled over in Subway?
No. Fuck off.
I'm waiting for Becky to stop. You good, Becky?
Yeah, I got it. That was funny.
Did you like that
That was a
one?
good one. I'll give you a point for that one.
She's letting this derailment happen for that reason.
Oh, but bump.
Oh, there you go. Oh, did you find it?
No.
Oh.
Because you said derailment at Subway.
That's not where I went, but
my
that's
God.
good too.
Okay, whatever.
It's fine.
Haha, tragedy.
And I don't get pulled over in a Subway now.
Because
Because
Morley
gets
keeps
pulled
getting
over everywhere.
Oh, yeah. You just got another ticket.
Moreland doesn't.
Second time this year.
Moreland
Got a
doesn't pull out. He pulls over. He's just like left thigh, right thigh. Which
Did
one
you
you
try
want?
flashing your tits to the cop?
It was the same cop that gave him the first ticket.
Was it really?
Didn't you tell me
Moreland
it was
at
the
this-
same guy?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you did.
No. I had gotten pulled over. I got pulled over for.
A questionable non-seatbelt.
Well, the first one I got pulled over for a speeding ticket. I was speeding. It was like a 70, 75, and a 55 or 45, something like that. It was a super speeder. It sucked. And then I got pulled over a couple weeks ago, about a week ago for a no seatbelt ticket.
Which you disputed, I remember. Or you were going to dispute.
I was going to dispute, but apparently it's not worth it. So
Yeah, you're going to pay $20 and it's not going on your record, so don't worry about it.
Okay. I then go. I was headed to.
Back home. It was
I think you
same.
said.
You said
No,
it was
you
the-
said you were like headed home and the same guy got you. But this time you had your seatbelt on.
I was headed home. I had my seatbelt on. He pulled me over for
Taillight.
my brake light. Yeah.
Brake light.
Oh, my gosh.
I had a brake light out. I got home. My brake light was just fine. My brake lights sometimes mess up.
I remember that on the way back from
Yeah.
up the road. I told
Yeah.
you your brake light was out.
Yeah, we were at the
Experience Restaurant. We
well,
were coming back, I think, from...
it was
No,
the
why were
the
we-
card shop up there.
Oh, yeah.
First edition.
Mine is currently, actually, I do have one out. I need to fix it.
Yeah, you do. You'll get pulled over by state patrol. He's still a dick. It doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want about somebody.
That's
He's
fair.
a dick.
And if he pulls you over the next time, remember that
No,
time?
no, you can't because Roseanne did it and she got in a lot of trouble.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on.
Are you gonna fire
Hold
me?
on.
Hold
Hold on. Back up the gravy train. Hold on.
Love me like you.
Are
Oh,
you guys gonna fire me because I said something about a cop being a dick?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I might.
What
Power do you have to fire?
What
Angie,
makes
can we
me,
fire Moreland?
What annoys the piss out of me about that is
That explains the
they
puddle.
put 100 and some odd people out of a job that produce and make that show because of something she said instead of just fining her.
Oh, no. They're literally like starting the show over calling it Jackie with the same production team.
That's stupid.
Oh, are they?
No, it's not. They're getting rid of her so they can continue to make
Are they
money.
keeping?
And it's Fox picking it up?
No, it's
Are they?
ABC.
Are they keeping John Goodman?
Yes.
As long as that man's employed, my life is okay.
Okay.
So Roseanne's going to get killed off? In
I
a
hope so.
horrific accident?
Probably.
Most likely.
That they'll realize after all the heat dies down, it'll be a dream
since
like
we're
the
being
last
political, what bugs the crap out of me is Roseanne loses her job and nearly takes that many people out with her. And we have a president who has said far fucking worse.
And we've had
Right.
other people that have said worse
Yes.
shit, and they just,
Yeah.
oh, well, what he meant was no fucker.
No.
No, mind you, I don't agree at all with
No, I
what
don't.
she said.
I don't. It just bothers
the
me that all
punish-
these people getting so upset about Roseanne saying that. Listen to the president say it and defend him.
Yeah, the punishment she received, and the punishment for others doing the exact same thing.
Don't
Did they
fit.
receive no punishment? No.
Don't fit. Okay, so we're gonna get off our soapboxes now.
No, we're not. We pulled it up. No, but
Oh,
explain.
Scoop built. Oh, you built it with your deck tools.
I know. I had to do something with the lumber.
Nice.
By the way, you never explained to me why fuck Subway. You didn't get into
Okay,
that. Like
okay.
I need. I'm sorry. He needs to
This
finish
is true.
that story for
Okay,
my life
So I go to the Subway in my work.
because I'm building a deck of this sitcom in the show.
I go to the Subway in my work, and
But you have a Subway in where you work?
I do.
Fuck you. I don't even have one close by in the parking lot.
Haha. Anyways,
hate you,
there's a
little.
Subway, so I can go. I go in there sometimes for lunch. Well, the other day I happened to go in there for lunch when I was getting my oil changed and everything, and the new wraps they have, those things are phenomenal, by the way. I got one of those. I got double meat in it, which I've gotten it before, no problem. I go to the one that's down by my house, and I ask them for double meat, and they go, "We can't do that."
Well, yeah, they can. They even have an upcharge for it.
Yeah, they have an upcharge. Oh, well, it's...
And I look at
Did
the
they
lady.
did they tell you why?
I go, "Why not?" Well, the wraps just don't wrap right when they. I go, "Yes, they do. They wrap just fine."
That's what you
only
tell me. I don't
that-
give a
I know,
shit how it's wrapped.
But that's your choice.
But I go, "Ma'am, they wrap just fine. I promise you. I do it at this
This
other
location.
I do it at this other one, and they have no problem with it. Well, are you going to get any vegetables or anything on it? I'm like, I'm going to get a little bit of lettuce and black olives.
Who the fuck is she? The fucking sandwich police? Okay,
Right?
hold on. Where's
No,
that box?
that-
Angie, hand me the
no,
soapbox.
That was
here's Scoop.
no,
I
that
reinforced
was
it.
the thing.
Thanks. Good job.
That was the thing.
I was
I
kind
was
of hoping
like,
you'd pick up the kind.
I'm sitting there going, I go, literally, I get it done at this place, and they do it just fine. There should be no problem with it there. And she goes, oh, we just can't do it. I go, your sign even says you can do it. Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh, that's just the price of it literally says double meat based on a 6-inch sandwich. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that means you can put double meat on the freaking 6.
Moreland, do you want me to rant for you? Tag me in.
I don't understand why you need to rant that you weren't there. This isn't part of your rant.
Because I ate Subway and this could happen too. And I have other times where this has happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hard.
So, okay, franchisees, owners, I realize there are times when the customers are not always right. I work in retail. I fucking get it, okay? But what grinds my ass about it, if I'm willing to pay the upcharge, fuck you. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking you to make it with, like, organic, gluten-free chicken dicks. If I want double meat on my fucking flatbread wrap or whatever, give it to me. I'll pay the I've offered to pay, like, $50 to put shit in the Yeti just for a bit. And they wouldn't fucking do it.
I feel like this episode needs to be called Deck Building and Rant Time.
Yes.
It does!
It's called the uncircumcised version. It really is.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Do you have anything you'd like to rant about?
Why, yes, I do.
Oh, good. I'm
for
good. Tag in Angie.
Tag him.
That works for us.
That was wow.
I don't want to slap Angie's hand
let's
too
do it
hard
again.
because she'd be
Here
like,
we go.
there you go.
There you go.
I still fucked it up.
It's better than we did first
Better.
time.
Anyways. What'd you rant about, Angie?
Give me a second. I gotta think of something.
Tag Becky in. Becky, I'm sure Becky's got something to rant about. She's a lawyer.
Wait. Is it going to be how we don't stay on topic? Because then
No.
we take our tag back. Go ahead.
If you're going to go and be an adoptive parent,
Oh, this is real shit. Hold on.
Don't-
I was bitching about sandwiches. Wait a minute.
don't come down the line the last day before you sign those adoption papers and say, I just figured out I can't afford these kids.
Fuck you. No.
Right.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
That's fucked up.
I'm not saying force the kids on these people, but would you have these morons that can't afford children and they're just fucking left and right? No, fuck you.
Yeah, that's my rant. You want me to tag you back in now?
Wait, tag me in. I got another one.
You know what? Screw deck building. This is the rant episode. We don't even need the deck building.
I've got another one. If you come to a place and you get your car worked on, and you
Ooh,
don't,
this is real too.
and you don't trust the motherfuckers working on your car, and you're just gonna stand out there and watch the entire freaking time,
Go to a
and-
real mechanic, not a fucking where you
and
work.
criticize and critique and do this, that, and the other. Go the fuck somewhere else that you can trust them people. Don't bring it to this place. Don't bring it to that place. Go to where you know you can trust that person. So you don't have to stand there and watch and critique every little fucking thing they do. It's really fucking annoying and off-putting.
I got one. Don't stop it. Keep this going. Oh, so I'm at work and we have TVs, and this woman tries to return a TV. She's telling me, "Oh, I spent," and she looks like she's 3/4 of the way in the grave already, like a strong breeze, and this bitch is dead. So she tries to return this 43-inch TV, saying she paid $300 for it. It's an LED TV with no label from our store on it, and I'm sitting there going, "No, that's not." And it's a month past the return date. I'm like, I can't do anything. Well, it's on my Diners Club card, and you're gonna do something. Oh, first of all, no, the fuck I'm not. But okay, I'll let you say these things to me, you twat. I don't care. Like if I breathe too hard, bitch, you's gonna die. So she calls me several names that I won't repeat because we're in polite company.
Who's polite here?
I would like to point out how the look on Angie's face was literally why I said that. She called me inept.
Oh.
She said I was bad at my job, that my people skills are poor.
That I have a similar story.
I'm confused. What
You guys have
what
seen
bad
me.
thing did she say about you that's not true?
Fuck you.
Oh.
Next time I won't feel bad when you get oil down your back at work, you shit tard.
It happens.
So she's like, well, it's on my Diners Club card, and that means I spent $300 here. Yes, but it doesn't say on a TV. It just says $300. Well, you can call Diners Club, and I'm not calling Diners Club, and you don't have a receipt. There's nothing, and you told me you bought it 30 days, and even the date on things is 30 days. Guess what? I can't do anything for you.
That's my favorite thing. Well, I want to return this. Well, you didn't buy this here. Well, yeah, I did. Well,
Where's the receipt?
I don't have one. Go the fuck away! You didn't buy it here. And even if you did, go the fuck away. Find your damn receipt.
You did go.
Okay,
Yeah, but hold on. So then, because my boss and my store manager, he has to deal with this. Because he has to be the good guy. I'm just the loud, fuzzy asshole. Which means just me with gas.
You mean fluffy asshole?
I know what I said. Anyway, so I return this. We sell her another 40-inch TV. By the way, she wanted to get a 55-inch fucking curved smart Alexa TV. I'm like, ma'am, no, it's got to be in the same size family. She's like, I've never seen this 30-day return policy. On every register, we have a big 8x10. You can't miss it. It says
can
30
confirm
days.
we've shopped there.
Yes.
So I can't bring my rope back,
And it
even though it's
says
not
you
open?
need to have your receipt.
Do you have
and
your
it has to
receipt?
be within 30.
Yes.
Matter
Has
of
it been
fact,
more than 30 days?
Fuck yes.
the cashiers at your job tell you can return
they
this
even
30
circle it
days.
on the-
Yes, they do. Yeah, they're very good at that.
Yeah. And so you're wanting to fuck you because you're old and you should feel you should have some type of privilege because you've lived long enough to milk off everybody's sanity.
No.
And don't get me wrong, my grandparents are older and my granddad's kind of a cheapskate, but he's not going to do that shit. So anyway, we gave her the TV and we just took a hit on the TV. And so I literally made 2 copies of the receipt for her, a copy to put in our electronics log, and a copy of me returning the bullshit broken TV, which, by the way, if I plug that shit in tomorrow, the next time I check TVs, and that shit comes on, because she said she had someone from Comcast, this is nothing against Comcast, unless the guy's a fucking moron, say, oh, that TV's broke when I tried to hook it up. If he didn't know how to do it and I turn that TV on and it works, not only am I going to put it back on the floor for resale, but when we have stuff broken at work, we get to hit it with a sledgehammer and spray paint it orange so people don't dive in the dumpster. I've killed Xbox Ones that didn't work. I feel like a hypocrite. I'm like Techno Hitler. But like, it's so...
Not Mecha Hitler?
Well, no, because I'm not a robot. But it feels so good to smash things in anger and get paid what I get paid to do it.
You're not techno either.
Technology. He's killing technology.
He's killing technology, but
he did. He killed an Xbox. That's technology.
Oh, I sledgehammered a fucking microwave the other day. I golfed that shit with the sledgehammer. It was fucking amazing.
Tag Angie in.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm good. I'm okay.
If you choose to own a pet, you have accepted the responsibility of that pet for its lifetime. Your pet cannot make decisions for itself. It cannot care for itself. He or she is at your mercy. So if you are in charge of packing up someone's house and pets because they are no longer able to, fuck you if you abandon your cat, especially if it has special needs, or dog, or hamster, or rabbit.
But fucking beta fish, like,
Yes, do something. Take care of those animals.
and taking it to a shelter? No.
Because I know that the kitty next door who had leukemia and who was picked up by animal control, he didn't have a shot. They would have euthanized him immediately.
As soon as I found out he's got leukemia,
Yeah, he's done. No. And you know, if she had just put in a little bit of effort or not locked him in a hot house with no AC and no food or water.
So she moved or left?
They moved and left him. And she didn't even have the decency to leave him outside where we were taking care of him. She left him in a hot house and then...
you know why she did it, right? She was hoping nobody would go in there
and he would die.
And then it would stink up the apartment. and
Hold on,
everything.
tag me back real quick.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you animal killing bitch. I hope someone shotguns you in the ovaries with fucking rock salt.
Thank you, Scoob. I hope the same thing. I mean,
I've never had Angie agree with that level of brutality.
That's just so wrong. I mean, that cat was the nicest cat, and I would have taken him in if I didn't have cats who, and 2 of them are very, like, not the healthiest. And Blue's old.
Yeah.
By the way, Angie,
but Blue's also very standoffish.
when you do come to my house, you have to promise not to steal Gizmo because he will fit in your pocket.
Oh, I'm stealing him.
He's a Chihuahua. He's like chestnut brown.
Chihuahuas hate me.
Okay,
They
good.
hate me too. Becky wanted tagged in.
I'm sorry, Becky. Go ahead.
Do I want to complain about my job or do I want to complain about before I had my job?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the other one I was thinking.
We're going to call this one the Free Range Rotation Podcast.
Let me just explain. Go back to adoptions.
This is so
Let
much
me
better. We
explain
need
something
this.
to you. People who complain because it is really fucking difficult for you to adopt kids. I'm going to give you a little rundown on something. In my job, I represent the Department of Family and Children's Services. I don't.
Sure you want to put that out in the cosmos?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, it's out there. At least 50% of my cases are kids who were adopted. Let me just explain something to you. Most kids who are adopted, if they come through defects, probably had meth in their system when they were born. Probably had a mom who did meth. Probably was picked up because of deplorable housing. Probably has some mental health issues.
Like you said, half, right?
At least half.
At least half. That's a hell of a statistic, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
At least half of them, when they come back adoptive kids, we see adoptive kids come back into care because parents want to give them back because there's something wrong with them. If you decide to adopt a child, knowing that there's probably something wrong, probably that the child was born preemie, probably something happened, it's the same thing with an animal. You have taken that responsibility on as a parent.
A child is not a fucking TV that you can go back and return and get your money back.
So
Well, I didn't like this one. Can I get a new
Yeah.
one?
I have seen that.
Fuck no, you
There was a
can't.
couple that accidentally adopted like a child of not white descent, and they tried to give the child back. And the child was like old enough to understand. This wasn't a baby. This was like an 8-year-old kid.
Let me tell you, if you complain because it is difficult to adopt children and that you have to jump through hoops, I want you to understand why it is difficult for children to be adopted. Because we have to deal with people on a daily basis who say, you know what? Something is wrong with this kid, and he is not my kid. So therefore, I'm going to give him back.
And you've done more to fuck up that kid than the people who had it born with drugs in his system.
So that is my rant. I'll pass it on.
I'm good for now. Anyways.
So yeah, the story I was going to tell. So Moreland creeped Becky the fuck out in group chat.
I always do
because
that.
randomly I got sent a pocket pussy at work and I can't sell it. And so I put in the group chat, I would buy it for, because it costs $30. I would buy it for $40, or I would buy it for $30.
No, Moreland asked
sell it. Yeah, Moreland said how much. I said I'll sell it to you for $40. He said fucking done. I was like, okay. And I didn't have time to answer why before he goes, but I have to grope your boobs while I'm using it. And I was like, Moreland. And that didn't even creep me out. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and watch him, but I'm going to have like a fucking YouTube video while he's grabbing my tits, just plowing this fucking thing. Just like balls deep in this fucking fake vagina. Like the tofu of pussy. And
I'm going to tag this episode with all kinds of not suitable for work.
I'm doing this one.
Oh, I know. When I upload it.
And the best part is, Becky in the group chats, I think my eyes just rolled. I think I'm having a stroke. Because
I think I'm having an aneurysm. I hate you all. You're all done.
Because I said, Moreland, the only reason I'm adding the extra $10 is for the knowledge that you want to grope my boobs while you fuck this thing. And that was the only reason. And to which Becky goes, why is it only worth $10 to you?
It was.
Why does that only?
It was a very good string of comments and everything.
Can we just end this, please? End my suffering.
Never.
Hey, Becky.
Where's Moreland got the pocket pussy?
Hey, Becky. Becky.
Yes.
Where can they find us?
They can find us on Spotify at the Free Rotation Podcast.
Are we on Weeby Geeks?
We are on Weeby Geeks.
You know where else we are?
Why do I do this?
We're on Twitch.
Okay, hold on.
Guys,
and YouTube.
We have our own website.
Let's wait. Let's talk. Let me go through everything real fast.
Wait. Hold on.
Correctly,
hold on.
so I can make my
Hold on.
statements.
Wait. I'm going to be an asshole. Wait. You can talk. Just I might have to ask you to re-verify.
You can find us on Facebook at the Free Rotation Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at the Free Rotation. You can find us on Twitter at the Free Rotation, and we are also on Instagram at the Free Rotation Podcast. We are now affiliates on Twitch. What that means, my friends, is that now
I did it.
You did not do it.
I was there when it happened. Therefore, I did it.
We did it.
There's no I in Team Scoop.
Yeah, there is in the center of the A.
Let me explain, my friends, what this means by being affiliate. You can now subscribe to us. And there's something great about being able to subscribe. It's like $5 a month that'll auto renew if you feel like giving us $5. However, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you are given one free Twitch Prime subscription each month. What does that mean, listeners? That means if you don't have an active Twitch subscription you are on, you can subscribe to us and give us money. And we would appreciate it. We are a tiny stream. Don't give it to somebody like Ninja.
PewDiePie. Toast.
I'm okay. Well, I like toast, and I subscribe to toast.
I like toast too.
Well, you
Butter.
you can subscribe to Toast. That's
yeah,
fine.
mid-level streamers, that's fine. I'm talking about.
But subscribe to us before you subscribe
yeah,
to Toast.
Yeah, actually spend money on him. Give us your Twitch Prime account.
That
works.
Other way around.
Or either way. Or you can use our tier 3. We have 2 new emotes coming out. So if you subscribe, you'll get some pretty interesting emotes.
One's me.
One is Scoop's face doing a kissy face, and one is what we call the golden corn dog. One day I'll explain that story.
I think you have before it was
I don't
golden.
know if I've explained it on the podcast.
If not, we need to rehash it.
We do need to rehash it. Anyways, we are also on Weeby Geeks.
Corned beef hash?
We are affiliates.
Yes.
Come and listen to other great podcasts at WeebyGeeksPC.com. And we also have a website at TheFreeRotation.com. I'm done.
Wait. Okay, Becky,
that it?
just
Are
so
you sure?
I can do this. Which ones are at the free rotation?
At the is Twitter, and then the Free Rotation.
Twitter. Fuck.
Twitter. Oh, and that we're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and you can find us on all other kinds of
and
podcasts.
Stitcher.
I'll just do this
Stitcher,
joke later.
everything. We're everywhere. Just
No,
like,
'cause
rate, and subscribe us.
The very
to us.
the very obvious joke
Angie.
was I was going to write all this shit down, and then we would go, "Hey Becky." Next episode, I was going to be like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah."
You awake, Angie?
No,
you got
she's
a
not.
You got a PSA for us? Actually, you know what? Let's end without a PSA because I think our last
We can't do that.
our last 20 minutes was a PSA.
Yeah.
No, that was just fucking advice.
If
That's
you're
what
gonna
public service announcements
use a
are.
pocket pussy to jerk off.
Grab scoops.
Wait, I got a PSA.
Do you?
If you have a podcast, try and stay on topic.
Boo.
Earns.
Nerd.
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 Okay,
Nerd.
bye.
If you have a Becky, use the taser to keep her awake.
Bye, guys.
Oh, wait.
Blue. Did I mess it up? Oh, I did now. Sorry.
Fucking asshole.
I've been called worse by better people.
Ooh.
It's still recording.
Oh. Didn't know. I'm sorry. Okay.